What's going on, Swoopers? Welcome back to another episode of Cook Luke. There was amazing, not reviews, amazing comments on my first one and stuff. So thought I'd make a second one. If you follow me on Twitter, which is @SwoopLuke, you get to pick what I cook for these episodes. Today, you guys chose chicken teriyaki. So we're going to make some chicken teriyaki with some rice and with a veggie, which is broccoli. But as always, we'll start this off with a little bit of a drink. So I've got some $8, the best $8 bottle of wine you can get, which is Gossip's Sweet Lips 2021 Dolcetto Sira. Never gonna say that again. But anyway, cheers. Let's get cooking. So we're gonna start off with some spring onion, some broccolini, some long grain rice. Beechworth honey, you can use any honey, but I use Beechworth. We got some cooking sake, some soy sauce, some mirin, and brown sugar. It's all for the sauce, and of course, chicken thighs. So now we're going to be getting the teriyaki sauce ready. So here's what you'll need. 3 tablespoons of the soy sauce. 1, 2, 3. 2 tablespoons of the mirin. 1, 2. So you're learning how to count in another language as well, which is always a nice bonus. You got 1 tablespoon of the brown sugar. So I like to scoop it in there because you don't want to put the wet tablespoon into the brown sugar. Scoop it out. 2 tablespoons of the sake or sake. I don't know how to pronounce it. You'll find that I don't know how to pronounce a lot of things in this video. So 1 and 2. Mixing cultures, always nice. And finally, 1 tablespoon of honey. You probably should heat it up beforehand because, as you can see, it's super thick. And putting it into a tablespoon like this is a little bit difficult, but you just scoop it out with a spoon, like you'll see in a second. Or if you're feeling ballsy, just put it straight into the sauce itself. It's not really going to matter. It's going to make it nice and sweet. So it's all groovy, baby. So you want to get a big knob of ginger. I'm not going to really show the whole thing. It's just me using a microplaner. And then 4 cloves of garlic. Again, microplaner. Watch your fingers because you're getting really close and it's quick to plane. Get the pinky out when you're mixing. Very important. And that's done. And that's your teriyaki mixture. So now we're going to be cutting up these thighs. I'm cooking for 1 and for my lunch tomorrow. So I'm going to be cutting up 4 thighs. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you want to salt and pepper your thighs. Always a little bit of seasoning is very nice. That's kosher salt. Oh my god, I can't say it. Kosher salt. So I'll just like to cube them. You can do whichever way you want, but I find cubing just a little bit easier to manage. And now we're going to be cutting up our spring onion and our broccoli. Pretty straightforward. Cut the spring onion. And if you're using the same knife, make sure you wash it and you dry it because you just touched the raw chicken. You don't want to get that salmonella poisoning. Give it a nice little swig of extra virgin olive oil, and obviously bring it up to a heat so then you can cook those thighs very nicely. As soon as you hear it sizzle, bang. That's when you know you're onto a good one. So you want to cook them on, if you're doing a large thigh, you would cook 4 minutes and 4 minutes on each side, which will still leave it a little bit uncooked in the middle because it'll cook in the teriyaki sauce itself. But when you're doing it like this, you kind of just need to eyeball it. You can see that it's still a little bit pink, so I'd leave it in for a little bit more. You shouldn't be in there for more than 7-8 minutes in general, but you always have to keep flipping it to get every side coated. You can leave it in there if you want to get it a little bit golden, a little bit more crisp. If you do want to get it crisp, I suggest corn flour, but we're just going to put it like this. But like I said, they're going to finish cooking in the chicken teriyaki sauce. So now we're going to put in the broccoli that we cooked up. In hindsight, there was probably not enough broccoli. I could have used another bunch. But what I do here is just straight into where we cook the chicken. A little bit of water softens them up a little bit. And then straight with the teriyaki sauce. So you can see that I've got to scrape that honey because it was still so thick. You don't want to lose all that. That's some good stuff there. Look how much honey. That was the whole thing pretty much. So make sure you're mixing it in. You see it's really thin. You can put the chicken back in. You want to get the sauce a little bit thick, so you leave it on a low simmer. I was pretty hungry, so I was just trying to smash through this. But you can see a little bit later, it does thicken up a little bit because I just leave it. So it was amazing. So I've got some rice here that I've cooked in the rice cooker with a little bit of butter. And there's that beautiful chicken teriyaki with the broccoli. I obviously don't know how to record cameras properly because my arm's right in there. Bad. And you can see that I dropped a bit of teriyaki. Put some teriyaki sauce in there. A little bit of the broccoli. At this point, I was salivating. I was like Pavlov's dog. It was so goddamn good. So I finish off here with a little bit of sesame seeds. I was going to say oil, but they're just sesame seeds. And those chopped spring onions that we cut up a little bit before. And that is it. You are done. Bing, bang, boom. Thank you, mother, for the rabbits. So now, of course, is the all-important taste test. It smells so good. Alright, a bit of broccoli, a bit of teriyaki, chicken, rice. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is double shaka worthy. That is so good. Thank you for tuning in. If you want to vote on my next episode, make sure to head on over to my Twitter, which is @Swoop. I think I'll do this once a week, maybe once a fortnight. A little bit of fun. Try this out. Let me know how you go below. Also, let your family know to cook this. Get them on to me. If they don't like Collingwood, they might like my cooking. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets. And until next time, double shackers. Soup you later.
Ooh la la.